Have you ever looked at someone and thought, this person has everything, so what could possibly be wrong with them? Well, A Quiet Pain shows us that sometimes the deepest pain is the one nobody can see. The story opens with tension between a single mother and a man who appears to have crossed a line with her daughter. From the very beginning, you can already sense that this mother is not one to tolerate anyone taking advantage of her child. She is protective, outspoken, and ready to fight anyone who threatens the little life she has built with her daughter. But then the story takes us into the lives of two very different families, and this is where things become really interesting. Rebecca is a hard-working single mother, struggling to provide for her daughter. She may not have the money or comfort that many people dream about, but she gives her daughter something priceless: her presence. She encourages her to study, reminds her about her scholarship, prays with her, cooks for her, and constantly reminds her that she believes in her future. Their relationship may not be perfect, but there is genuine love between them. And then we meet Daisy. Daisy has money. She has a comfortable home. She has everything that many people would consider a perfect life. But emotionally, she is lonely. Her mother is always busy working, counseling people, attending meetings, and doing podcasts. Her father is also mostly absent. So although Daisy isn't lacking material things, she is lacking something much more important: attention. And I think this is one of the strongest messages in A Quiet Pain. Sometimes parents believe that once they provide food, clothes, school fees, a beautiful home, and everything a child needs materially, they have done their job. But children also need your time. They need to talk to you. They need you to sit beside them. They need to feel that they matter to you. Daisy sees Rebecca and her daughter together and becomes almost jealous of their relationship. Imagine having everything, but wishing you had the simple things someone else has: someone to talk to, someone to pray with, someone who actually has time for you. That part really makes you think. And then there is the other storyline involving Vanessa and her father. Vanessa is clearly brilliant, hardworking, and capable. She has produced results for the company, saved money, and handled important business decisions. Yet, despite everything she has accomplished, her father still refuses to give her the position she deserves simply because she isn't his son. His argument is basically, "You are not my son." And honestly, that conversation is painful because Vanessa isn't asking for favor. She is pointing to her achievements. She has proven herself repeatedly, but her father's traditional thinking continues to put his son ahead of her. Meanwhile, the son he has chosen as his successor seems more interested in university life, video games, girls, and enjoying his father's money. And that contrast is very deliberate. One child has the ability, but isn't being given the opportunity. The other has the opportunity, but doesn't seem to understand its value. Isn't that something we see in real life? Sometimes the person who desperately wants an opportunity doesn't get it, while the person who has the opportunity doesn't appreciate it. Then we meet Daisy and her new roommate at school, and this is where the story begins, bringing two very different worlds together. The girls discover that they are both studying law, and surprisingly, they begin to connect. One has a mother who is always calling and checking on her. The other has a mother who barely calls because she is always busy. And you can see how much Daisy craves that kind of relationship. She even tells her roommate that she would trade anything just to have a mother like hers. That statement says everything. It reminds us that what looks like a perfect life from the outside may actually be filled with loneliness on the inside. Then comes the scholarship moment, and I absolutely loved the joy between Rebecca and her daughter. After all the sacrifices, the waiting, and the prayers, the scholarship finally comes through. The mother and daughter celebrate together, and you can feel that this isn't just a scholarship to them. It represents hope. It represents a better future. It represents all the sacrifices Rebecca has made finally beginning to produce results. And when her daughter says she wants to become a senior advocate and speak for people who don't have a voice, you can see that Rebecca's sacrifices are beginning to shape the woman her daughter will become. But there is another interesting storyline developing. Rebecca's supervisor has been asking her to marry him for years. When she comes to him looking for a small loan, he uses the opportunity to propose again. And this raises another question. Can love truly grow when one person is already vulnerable and desperately needs help? Should someone who has authority over you be mixing financial assistance with romantic intentions? That's definitely something worth discussing. And just when you think the story is only about family, money, and relationships, the university storyline introduces friendship, ambition, and young love. The boys are already joking about the new girl, and one of them immediately becomes interested in her. You know how these things start. She's different. 5 minutes later, everybody knows he has fallen in love. But beneath all the jokes, the story is quietly building something bigger. These young people are entering a new stage of life. They have dreams, expectations, and pressures, but they are also carrying the emotional experiences they grew up with. And that is why I think the title, A Quiet Pain, fits this story so well. Because not every pain comes with tears. Some people laugh while they are hurting. Some children have expensive clothes, but feel emotionally abandoned. Some people have the qualifications, but are denied opportunities. Some parents provide everything except their time. Some mothers sacrifice everything for their children, but barely have enough for themselves. And some people are carrying wounds that nobody knows about. So let me ask you, which character do you understand the most? Do you understand Daisy, who has everything materially but desperately wants her mother's attention? Or Rebecca, who may not have much but gives her daughter the love and presence she needs? What about Vanessa? Do you think her father is being unfair by refusing to make her his successor simply because she is a woman? And what do you think about Rebecca's supervisor proposing marriage while she is asking him for financial help? I really want to hear your thoughts because this story has already given us plenty to talk about. If you're enjoying this review, please like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and subscribe to Flicks and Feels for more Nollywood movie reviews, stories, and entertainment. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you won't miss the next one. Disclaimer: this is an independent review commentary based on A Quiet Pain. All characters, scenes, dialogue, footage, and other creative elements belong to their respective copyright owners. This content is intended for commentary, criticism, and entertainment purposes only. Credit: Uchenna Mbunabo TV.